ఆల్టర్నేట్ లెర్నింగ్ అప్రోచ్ అన్నారు కదా, సో ఆల్టర్నేట్ అంటే ఏమేమి చూసారు, మీరేం చూసారు అసలు?
అంటే యాజ్ ఏ స్టూడెంట్ నాకు కొంచెం డిఫికల్టీ ఉంటుంది. డైరెక్ట్గా బిట్ సాల్వ్ చేసే బదులు కాన్సెప్ట్ చదివి చేయడం అది బెస్ట్ కదా. అందుకే వాట్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ ఈజ్ ఫస్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ వచ్చా లేదా, ఫస్ట్ ఐ విల్ బి నోయింగ్ దట్, నెక్స్ట్ ఐ విల్ బి గో టు బిట్స్ అనమాట.
ఓకే ఫైన్. సో ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ లెర్నింగ్ అప్రోచ్ అంటే అది ఒకటే కాదు, ఇంకా వేరే అదర్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. సో హ్యావ్ యూ ఎవర్ హర్డ్ ఆఫ్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ ఓపెన్ లెర్నింగ్, అన్లెర్నింగ్, ఇలాంటివన్నీ విన్నారా? ఒక్కసారి వీటి మీద రీసెర్చ్ చేయండి. సో ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ హౌ డిఫరెంట్ ఆర్ దర్ ఫ్రమ్ ట్రెడిషనల్. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం అన్నీ కూడా ఏంటంటే స్పూన్ ఫీడింగ్ మెథడాలజీస్. ఈ స్పూన్ ఫీడింగ్ నుంచి హౌ డూ యూ కమ్ అప్ విత్ న్యూ ఇన్నోవేషన్ ఇస్ వాట్ ద $1 billion క్వశ్చన్. సో జస్ట్ డూ యువర్ ఓన్ రీసెర్చ్ అండ్ ఐమ్ షూర్ లైక్ యూ విల్ get better with that.
Okay, thank you. Still any questions are left?
Thank you.
Thank you. This is my first time, so sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Never apologize.
Suresh Kumar. Okay, Giri next.
Now, startup pitch today will be given by Mr. Giridhar Patnaik of Dreamboat. Dreamboat is aiming to build an amazing fully automated kitchen. The startup pitch will be for 10 minutes, followed by 5 minutes for question and answers. The timer will display a green card at 9 minutes and the red card will be shown at 10 minutes. Okay.
Giri garu చేతులు ఎత్తుతాం, కార్డ్స్ లేవు.
Can you play the video in between? No. And okay, welcome everyone. We are very excited about presenting on Startup Saturdays forum because we feel that this is our home turf. This is where we have a lot of people that are hello. This is on right? Okay, I'll speak to you. So we are very excited here because this is, we feel, our home turf, and hopefully we'll succeed so that that is, we feel that is a way to giving back to the community. And specifically this Dreambot is basically a very futuristic concept. If you see in big cities, people are commuting for 1.5 hours or even 2 hours these days. By the time they really get home, it is 8 o'clock in the evening and they barely have any energy left to cook a nutritious meal. So they fall back for alternate options, not so hygienic or nutritious. So that is where we said we'll basically build a completely automated cooking range that basically with a touch of button you select what you want, rice, sambar, chutney or curry or whatever, and then it will prepare the entire thing and keep it aside. That is the concept basically. So that is where we are. We are aiming to build world-class cooking range for home, ordinary homes, for everyday homes, and basically thereby you save family time. If you want to go to gym, these days people have a lot of activities, they're into, you have to go to gym or some music class, etc. People in urban lifestyle have become, very fully, machines like, lot of activities. So this we hope will save time for them and be able to provide a nutritious meal. So this is how the range will look like. I'll play a little video that will show you how it functions. that's a little glimpse of how the machine is going to be. There are a lot of details to it. Of course, we probably may not be able to show everything in one video. Yeah. So basically, if you look at the robotic kitchen market itself, there are multiple segments in that. One of them is a home segment. Then there are restaurants and cloud kitchens. There are also industrial kitchens where basically they may be cooking for food in a langar or in kind of a temple, things like that, and star hotels. All of these are basically there. We are targeting to the home segment. There are a lot of robotic solutions for the fast food restaurants these days. So now the price target is about 5 lakhs ex-factory price for this equipment that we are looking at, and we are targeting the top 3% of income groups in India, and of course eventually we'll focus global market as well. And typical marketing strategies are, there are already established channels for consumer durables and consumer electronics. So we would take the same approaches and all that. So if you look at the potential of this, right now it is growing at 16% CAGR, year on year. The market size projected by some of the, market research reports is like $4.4 billion by 2025. There are already, like I said, a lot of companies that have been funded primarily in the, fast food restaurants. A lot of companies in the US really want to get, the fast food joints basically use robotic kitchens and all that. So that's where we are slightly different. We are focusing the homes, specifically the Indian homes. And our estimates are basically there are about 200 million homes in India, and we are saying 3% of that is about 6 million homes. We are looking at 0.6 crores of homes, each buying around 5 lakhs of equipment. So that is, we are looking at a total available market about 3 lakhs crore over a decade or 10 years or 15 years. And worldwide market we are looking at conservatively like 4 times of that time. And are there competitors to it? Yes, there are definitely competitors. Here are some of the competitors. The Smolly is a UK company. Nimble is actually Axel Ventures, funded by Axel Ventures. It's a Bangalore company. Riku is a Hyderabad company. Nosh is also, I think, a Bangalore company. Now, how are we different from this? Basically, if you look at the Molly Robotics, that's about, it costs about 150,000 pounds. That means roughly about 1.5 crores, very pricey for a ordinary home. And whereas the other Riku, Nosh, these are all around 1.5 lakhs price. So there is obviously has to be some difference between them and us. We are saying 5 lakhs. So the key difference is what we have looked at it, analyzed all these, and looked at what can be possible and all these. There is something called usability index that we arrived at. So these are all the Riku, Nosh, and Nimble are usability index of 3 or 4. Molly Robotics somewhere over 7. We are targeting basically a usability index of 8. How is it basically matters to a user and a person using it? Basically, if you are cooking a full meal which has sambar, rice, curry, and some chutney and something else, let's say some dessert or something. Now, with the other machines, Nosh, Nimble, or the Riku and all that, what you have to do is you have to put the vegetables for the first sambar. So after 10 minutes, once the sambar is over, then you have to go and fill in the next set of vegetables for the curry. Then you have to go and put in for the rice, etc. Also, you have to wash the rice on your own. In South India, we usually wash the rice and use it. So that is the idea. We don't directly cook it. So all those things you have to do manually, and there is a lot of human intervention. So what we are saying is, if I'm saying I'm automating your kitchen, so you would expect that everything is done by the time you come back from gym and it is ready. It's not that you have to every 10 minutes you are attending to it. It's not good. That is basically where we are different. Okay. So affordability, 5 lakhs we think is compared to Molly Robotics is good. And once we are automating, it changes a whole lot of things. Basically, all of a sudden you can have 1,000 recipes. Basically, even if you are in Andhra Pradesh, you can have a Kashmiri dish or a Kerala dish. And this is the roadmap for our project. Basically, it's we make a POC in 1 year time, then prototype in 2 years. When we say prototype, it's a fully usable machine as a model A it goes. So final target is about a lot of basically 1,000 units. That's our first production volume. Before we do the 1,000 units, we are going to try with 100 units and also 10 units. So this way we know the hardware basically matures and there are going to be no recalls and all. So that's basically project plan. And what is our current status? We have filed some patents. They're all published already. There is still more patents to be filed. And the design is basically high-level design is all completed, and we have, you know, some of the implementation is also going on. We are a 7-member team, like Sanjay Darwekar, Dr. Sanjay Darwekar is also part of our team. And we are working on different subsystems, so we are happy that head of robotics from Gayatri is helping us, and and we are also raising the funding and all that. So this is our company structure. There are a lot of advisory panel members, or director of Oracle, Burger King CTO, these kind of people. There is also a vice president from a company called Siltara, which is a semiconductors company, fab company. So we do have some advisory panels, really prominent advisory panels and all that. And this is the investments that we are seeking. And so we are looking at 110 crores of valuation, just by revenue, and then for an investment of cumulative investment of 34 crores, we're targeting 110 crores of valuation, and that is the return on investments for the investors. So what are the this is the last slide, and we are also looking for a co-founder, a full-time person who can be part of us. We are looking for enthusiasts and professionals that can actually join us. Also looking for partnering companies who can design electronics or mechanical systems, those kind of things. We are also looking for advisory panel members. And if you know about some information or some grants that we can apply, please let us know. With that, we are done. Any questions?
So you not applied to DST?
We did apply for a BIRAC grant.
BIRAC.
BIRAC grant. It is basically 50 lakhs for the POC kind of grant. We applied for it. Recently we applied for it.
Okay. There is also ICAR does give a lot of amount also. 25 lakhs to begin with. Indian Council for Agriculture Research.
Okay.
So have
is that like agriculture, food processing also is part of it?
Because you are now looking at food processing, it's a little bit of a stretch, but never wrong to throw a stone.
True. Yeah. We'll do that, sir. ICIR, you said.
Right. So go to their website.
Yeah.
So you should be able to.
Sure.
Curious question: why, when we have so many people, why are you looking at automation part A, and part B? Your target segment is basically HNIs.
Okay. Typically, dual income groups like a software manager.
But
Sure.
to that level, would it be easier for them to put a person rather than operate this?
Yeah, we did run a survey, and then we looked at some of the people. Typically, they're spending somewhere around 12,000 to 15,000 for the chef. And usually the chef, they say, the chef is cooking North Indian dishes. She doesn't know how to make sambar. These kind of issues are there. And more than that, there are a lot of features that are there in that. It can track your nutrition, which a normal chef doesn't do. In a monthly, usage, it gives how much of lentils you are eating, how much of vegetables, green leaf. It kind of keeps track of your nutrition and all that. You can actually put your diet plan into it, so it will actually go as per that. So some, automation is always going to bring some value. That is about it. But that is a competition in a way. Yes, they can, even if this machine is there, people can still have their own chefs and all that. And typically the high-end homes like Ambani's and these guys, I don't think they will buy these kind of things. Very, rich people, they may have 10 chefs cooking for them, whatever they want and all that. So that's a different story.
And they eat only teaspoons. And they eat only teaspoon food only.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Prabhu.
Last time I remember that you mentioned about lean start. So can you help us understand in this whole development, where did you start? I mean, the lean approach. Like if it has like 20 features, 20 features or something, like we'll start with one or two features. So what are those one or two features, and how did you do your market test with the real product, or just this is a concept that the existing competition is already there, and you are building your own tech, or trying to create your own patents? How is that going on?
Sure. Yeah. See, the market is coming up. So there are some solutions, but they are early adopters. They're not doing the job completely. They're not 100% doing the automation. That is where we're different. And so we are definitely creating the technology, everything from the beginning, so including the robot and all that, to get it into that cost. That is where we're doing the filing and all that. And coming to the lean startup, yes, there are aspects to it. Now, there is one aspect, it is a hardware. We cannot basically put it into a software and say, hey, this is where you're going to cook. So it needs the necessary subsystems, the robotic arm, dispenser, those kind of things, different subsystems that are there. So some lean, the early prototype that we're looking at is going to have fewer subsystems, and later on, once we are getting into the market, it will has to be complete setup that we are going to do. Of course, the next level model, the equipment is going to be of a size of 4 feet by 2 feet by 3.5 feet. So the next level models are going to be bigger, so which can have probably an oven, those kind of things. So here we have put in the bare minimum kind of equipment. If you look at in a kitchen, there are about 15 to 15 or so equipment in an average home. They are using those. Like somebody may use a bread toaster rather than
Yeah,
toasting it on a pan.
understood.
So
So the question is like, currently, how long it's been? Like, when did it start?
we can take it off.
After break, you can. We don't have to move back. Mr. Suresh Kumar is present here. Suresh Kumar. Now we will begin brainstorming session now. I welcome the facilitator, Mr. Srinivas Saurabh.
So we're going to do something different this time, as we had mentioned in our post. For those of you who are following our WhatsApp group, you are well aware of what we are going to do, at least some idea. The rest of you, we had, by the way, we had another idea pitch that was supposed to happen, but since those people are not here, we're going to go ahead with this. Alright, so one of the reasons why we decided that we're going to do this brainstorming session today is because about 2 or 3 months ago, we had people come and visit our Startup Saturdays meetings, and there were a few, I think 2 women and 1 gentleman, who basically said, we want to do a startup, we are interested in entrepreneurship, or we want to be entrepreneurs, but we don't know where to start. What should we do? Where do we start? And so we thought, well, since we've had people give speeches to us about what they've done before, people have told us how to follow a lean business model, people have been doing startups, people have been telling us how to raise money, people have been telling us about rural entrepreneurship and innovations that are happening there. Why not get everybody involved and do a session where we actually get ideas from all of you? So even though we will still try to accommodate an open mic session at the end, think of this as our open mic session for today. So what I'm going to do is I'd like to divide all of you into groups, and each group is going to discuss among yourselves, come up with some thoughts on some business ideas that you can think of, and then pick one or two business ideas that you could think of based on the discussions within your group. And if it's one idea, then one person comes and presents that idea for 1 minute or 2 minutes. If it's two ideas, then two people come and present those two ideas for 1 minute each. Basically, each team or each group will get a maximum of 2 minutes time to do the presentation of their idea. Not presentation, just a presentation through the words. And you will have about 15 minutes first to discuss among yourselves. There are multiple reasons for doing this. I don't want to go into a lecture on that. We'll try to explain that to you once we finish this session. But for now, let's get started. Before, one more point before I get started. So how do you, what have you heard when somebody says, you know, if you want to start a business, get started here. This is the first point that you need to start at. Jokes apart, go to a hub, an idea, okay?
Yeah. Business idea.
Business idea, yeah, but those who don't know about business and therefore business ideas are difficult to come by.
Or a problem statement or pain point.
A problem statement or a pain point. For
Ask
example,
them to see within their life, are they facing any problems? Try and come up with a solution. Or else at least see the parents, what they've been working on, different work life, so try to solve their problems and give solutions for the parents. Eventually, they'll trust us and help us to do a lot of that.
okay, so you start with a problem. Something that either you are facing or something that you have seen somebody else face. And so what you are going to do, for example, as Prapun had mentioned, something that you've noticed your parents are going through, and you say, okay, I'm going to make their life easier. I'm going to be a dutiful daughter or dutiful son and try to make repay my parents for everything that they've done for me. I'll solve a problem for them. Or you're going to find a friend, or you're going to find somebody around you, and you're going to try and solve a problem for them. It could be something like traffic. It could be something where people take pictures of you and you don't want them to take pictures of you, so you have to figure out a way to not allow them to take pictures of you. That's an extreme example, but it could be that you're hungry, but you don't have the right kind of food that you need because you have certain food restrictions. How do you get that food to you? And because DreamBot is still at least 4.5 to 5 years away from your and my reach. So, got it? Okay. So anyway, I'm sure teams in your, among you, there are a lot of intelligent people that will help you if you have questions. So we'll get started with this. Just so that I make sure that people are not comfortable within the group that they are in, I am going to actually split you up in a way that is fast and effective from all the training that we do. So I think 6, 12. I guess 10 people per group should be enough. Is there anyone who wants to opt out, by the way? Anyone who does not want to participate in this?
Time facilitator అలాగే చేస్తాం.
I'll take care of both of them. I want to make sure that everybody gets involved.
Everybody is there, right?
Okay, fantastic. So everybody is involved. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to count up to 4, and we'll have the CEO of AHUB also and DreamBot. So okay, we'll have one person opted out. Okay, so we'll have everybody else. Please count up to. Right? Okay. Please count up to 4. Starting from you.
Say one.
One. 3, 4, 5.
Hey.
One after one.
Crazy fellow. Ah,
One.
this is what happens when you read too much.
You are educated.
Remember your number so that fourth team all will sit there.
These two.
3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 1.
What's your number? These three.
3, 4, 2, 3.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do is this. All the ones please assemble over here. All the twos assemble over there. You are in 3, you're not in 1, so stay where you are. Right? And all the fours please come here. Your time is starting in less than 30 seconds. So 1's over here, 2's over there, 3's over there, and 4's over here. And your time is starting in about 25 seconds. So one of the things that I want you to understand is some of you might have to stand in order to make sure that this works out. Yes, team number 1, wonderful job. Good job. 3.
3, sir.
Sorry, 2. If you need to stand, you need to stand. But whatever, sorry, this doesn't enable us to do groups very easily. The time started. Start. Rishi, Sanjana, which group are you in? Ah, stop talking to the 3 teams. Talk to 2.
Hey, hi, I'm Prabhu. ఎవరికైనా ఏదైనా పిక్చర్ అంటే మీ ప్రాబ్లం ఏమైనా ఉందా మీ లైఫ్లో
Go fast. Why don't you start with the problem that you're facing? Each one of you mention one problem you're facing and then you will start
full of the ideas. So you want to do something. అంటే దేశం వాళ్ళు ఇప్పుడు ఆన్ స్పాట్ వచ్చిన ఇది కూడా ఈ రెండు కూడా లేదు నేర్చుకోవాలంటే couple of
try to see how we can add more points and make these people speak. వర్కౌట్ కూడా అవుతూ ఉంటుంది సో దాన్ని కూడా మనం వేరే చూస్తున్నాం సైకలాజికల్గా
అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వెనుకనే ఏం చేయాలి
అదే
लेकिन आया सडनली if you want you have to Bangalore. So from here directly to Bangalore, there are no train journeys. It doesn't show the connecting trains when you want to be. You only search naturally to the connecting trains. You have to Vijayawada, Vijayawada to Bangalore, and you see shorter trains. Why don't it recommend you the like break journey you say, so from here to Vijayawada and Vijayawada to Bangalore, why don't you integrate people from fresh that you have these trains rather than investing
like target like rather than such education marketing some idea
I'm doing the design. And they are not able to festivals time of marketing
It's not about that way. Okay. Word. So they need someone to take care of it. Day-to-day life లో ఉంటే ఇంకా మంచిది. Anyone seeing like psychology is very different. Like
Four more minutes.
I usually get lectured also the morning 9:30 and reach the hall by 8. But in that time, mostly I only cook and doing on all the that's where I got that idea. It will move forward after I want to call it in that mind of
skill development services आपका security तक they can do anything.
Suppose
my way of learning
All right, your time's up. Team members, please nominate your. I hope you've nominated people. Please take your seats. All teams, wherever you are, please take your seats over there. Who wants to go first? You want to go first? Okay. 3 is going. You can secure. One or two ideas? Two ideas. Okay, so you have only 60 seconds.
Hi everyone, my name is Hamza. So my problem statement. Have you ever had this problem of booking train tickets from Vizag to Bangalore, and you felt that it would be great if the app shows you some recommendations of connecting train from Vizag to Vijayawada and Vijayawada to Bangalore? Like IRCTC usually doesn't show the connecting trains which are available for that city. So our app, we will have the data of the connecting trains as well, and it would give you recommendations through an ML model, so that your journey would be seamless, and you cannot cancel on your travel plans, and you also have options like connecting trains where you can reach your destination. All you need to do is from where you are traveling to where, source and the destination. That is my idea, and that's all. Thank you.
I'll give you the next time. Second take. Come on, don't waste.
My name is Subramaniam.
Hello.
My name is Subramaniam. I have an idea that we all know that we all go to some places to visit like tourists, but we don't know what places there are. I mean, comfortable with Telugu. ఇప్పుడు మనం కొత్త కొత్త ప్లేసెస్కి వెళ్తాం కదా టూరిస్ట్ విజిట్ కోసం. వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మనకు ఆ ప్లేసెస్లో ఎక్కడెక్కడ మెయిన్ థింగ్స్ ఏముంటాయి, ఏం విజిట్ చేయడానికి ఉంటాయో తెలీదు. నెక్స్ట్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ ఫెసిలిటీ ఎలా ఉంటుందో తెలీదు. కొన్ని సిటీస్లో వాళ్ళకి తగ్గట్టు సిస్టమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు వైజాగ్లో లోకల్ బస్సెస్ ఉన్నట్టు. సో వీ కెన్ బిల్డ్ అన్ యాప్ దట్, అంటే మనం సెర్చ్లో ఒక సిటీ కొడితే ఆ పర్టికులర్ టూరిస్ట్ ప్లేసెస్ వచ్చి ఆ టూరిస్ట్ ప్లేసెస్ మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఆ పర్టికులర్, అంటే అక్కడికి వెళ్ళే ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ ఐడియాస్ కానీ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఏమున్నాయో డిస్ప్లే చేస్తుంది ఆ యాప్. దిస్ ఇస్ మై ఐడియా.
Your team. One or two ideas.
Two ideas.
Hello everyone, this is Geeta from Team 4 and my idea is about cleaning. మీలో చాలా మందికి క్లీనింగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఉంటుంది, అండ్ ఇన్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ఫెస్టివల్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఇన్ ఫ్రమ్ Christmas or for Ramjan or for Sankranti or for that's not any other festivals, we need to do lot of cleaning. So in that time my idea was about cleaning with the family and with one call. Like నేను ఇల్లంతా క్లీన్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను, బట్ I need a help, I need a support. In that time our app and our website will help you. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Durga Prasad. My idea is to recycle the plastics. ఇప్పుడు మనం చూస్తున్నట్టయితే ప్లాస్టిక్ అనేది ఎక్కడ పడితే అక్కడ పడేస్తున్నారు. కాలేజ్లోని, హోటల్స్లోని, ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్లోని ఎక్కడ పడితే అక్కడ ప్లాస్టిక్ అనేది వేస్తున్నారు. ఆ ప్లాస్టిక్ని మనం కలెక్ట్ చేసి దాన్ని రీసైకిల్ చేద్దామని. ఇప్పుడు ఆ ఇప్పుడు జీవీఎంసీ కలెక్ట్ చేస్తుందో అంతా డంప్ యార్డ్లోని వేస్ట్గా పోతుంది. ఆ డంప్ యార్డ్లో చేసింది కూడా ఫైట్ చేసి ఎయిర్లోకి రిలీజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. అది పెద్ద కార్బన్ మోనాక్సైడ్ కింద రిలీజ్ అయ్యి అందరికీ కూడా ఇబ్బందిగా ఉంది. అందుకు ఆ ప్లాస్టిక్ అంతా మనమే కలెక్ట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ రీసైకిల్ ప్లాంట్స్ అనేది కండక్ట్ చేద్దాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
You have time for one more idea if you have a third one. Because all put together you finished in 1 minute, I think. Alright, next team. Two? Yeah, two ideas. Hello all. Hello all. Good evening. So just like any other startup, we're going to take a problem and going to try to get a solution from it and also do business with that. So the burning problem today is the plastic consumption, and single-use plastic is reduced, but already the plastic which is used is floating out at the seas and the shores at shores. So my idea is to collect this plastic waste and keep that plastic into a process called pyrolysis, which we burn it without the presence of oxygen, and make diesel-grade fuel out of it. So it almost cost 35 to 45 rupees per liter to make it, which is economically viable to run generators. It might not be recommended for the vehicles, but it might used as fuel furnace and also for running generators as well. Thank you.
Good evening all. Today I want to talk about non-alcoholic beverages. This is not a new idea, but I found a price gap of 80 rupees. To take an example, I take Sting as an example. The cheapest energy drink that you get before the launch of Sting is Predator, which is for 50 rupees. For a price gap of 50 rupees, Sting came into the market with a product of 20 rupees, and it is the largest stakeholder of energy drinks in India as per now. So I am thinking to launch a non-alcoholic beverage because it has a price gap of 80 rupees. Thank you.
20 rupees is gap of 30 rupees. How is it?
50 to 0.
I will questions later, sorry. One or two? You have 2 minutes.
Good evening everyone, my name is Mahesh. So my idea is, so we are all having breakfast in the morning is like idli, dosa, puri, so it is not nutritious. So my idea is to let everyone have the nutrition food in the morning. So we are in the alkaline state in the morning. So when we eat the right food in the morning, so our body will work in the good manner. So the full day will be energized. So my idea is to give the people to the, so whenever we go out, so we find only the local shops. There are only few shops only gives the nutrition food. So my idea is to give the breakfast. If we take 5 nutrition foods, that is say oats or millets foods, whatever. If we add some nutritions to the idli and dosa also, if we provide to the people, so they'll be definitely get healthy. So that's my idea. So and it should be also like the minimum price, like 30, 40. Then again, if it exceeds the price, people won't get attracted. So this is my idea.
One more idea.
Agrupe.
Good evening guys. Basically it's related to agriculture. So like I will go with Telugu, okay? So generally farmers ఉంటారు కదా, farmers like most of them are like uneducated, like అంటే వాళ్ళకి సీడ్ క్వాలిటీ కానీ లైక్ ఏ పెస్టిసైడ్స్ ఏ సాయిల్ టెస్ట్ చేస్తే దానికి ఎటువంటి ఫెర్టిలైజర్స్ వాడాలో తెలియదు. లైక్ ఎవరో లైక్ షాప్ ఓనర్ లైక్ ఫెర్టిలైజర్ షాప్ సేల్స్మెన్ చెప్తే వాడతారు అవును కదా, దే విల్ డూ దట్ థింగ్. సో వై కాంట్ వి కనెక్ట్? దేర్ ఆర్ పీపుల్ హూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ అగ్రికల్చర్, బిఎస్ అగ్రికల్చర్, హూ ఆర్ లెర్నింగ్ మోర్ థింగ్స్ దెన్ ఇన్ కాలేజ్, రైట్? సో క్లాస్ రూమ్లో నేర్చుకున్న దాన్ని ఫార్మర్స్కి కలిపితే సో దట్ దే విల్ ఆల్సో గెట్ బెనిఫిటెడ్, రైట్? అంటే ఫార్మర్స్ కూడా లైక్ హై yield వస్తుంది. లైక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ సిఎస్సి స్టూడెంట్స్, దే విల్ కీప్ ఏ ట్రాక్ రికార్డ్, రైట్? లైక్ అంటే ఇన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సాల్వ్ చేస్తాం కోడింగ్లో అని ఎట్లా పెట్టుకుంటారో అట్లాగే అగ్రికల్చర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా లైక్ ఈ ఫార్మర్తో కొలాబరేట్ అయ్యి మేము ఇట్లా ఈ ఫార్మర్తో కలిసి ఇన్ని రైస్ బ్యాగ్స్ ఈ టర్న్ ఓవర్లో చేసాము, సో దట్ ఇట్లా వాళ్ళకి ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ వస్తుంది, అలాగే ఫార్మర్స్ కూడా బెనిఫిట్ అవుతారు. సో దిస్ ఇస్ మై ఐడియా.
Thank you, everyone. I have one observation that I'd like to make before I bring in a couple of people who will give their thoughts on this. The one observation, thankfully, after the first two teams are done, the others didn't talk about apps because I'm getting tired of listening to startup ideas with apps and only apps and nothing else. So I'm glad that there are other things that have come up. So one of my inputs person has gone, so the second person that's there, Sriram, your thoughts on the ideas that you've heard and
Some of
any
them I've
inputs
heard,
that you'd
some I
like to
didn't.
share with us.
Some I did, some I did.
Whatever you got.
బేసిక్గా ఫుడ్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు అంటే దట్స్ హౌ ఇఫ్ యూ రియలైజ్ హౌ స్లే కాఫీ గాట్ స్టార్టెడ్. స్లే కాఫీ ఎందుకు మొదలు పెట్టడం, నేను వేడి కాఫీ తాగడానికి అంత కష్టమా అని చెప్పి ఆలోచించిన వాళ్ళు, వేడి కాఫీ నిజంగా వేడిగా ఇవ్వాలంటే చాలా కష్టం. 30 రూపాయలకి అయితే కాన్సెప్ట్, 30 రూపాయల లోపు ఉండాలి కాఫీ. కెన్ ఐ గివ్, వై డోంట్ ఐ గెట్ కాఫీ ఆన్ మై టేబుల్ అని ట్రై చేస్తున్న వాళ్ళు, they realized that there is no money in hot coffee. Very difficult to keep coffee hot. So they switched, saying we'll give you cold coffee at 80 rupees. So when you're getting into food and delivery, the primary concern is hot. So how do you deliver from wherever you are? Cloud kitchens and you could be in MVP but you are in delivering to Dwarkanagar or somewhere else. So otherwise, when you're looking at food, please be very careful. And secondly, when you're talking about agriculture, I just heard the last word to say is, there's so many people, including Tata's have done it, Mahindra's have it, Microsoft has it, right? And all of them have failed. To talk about farmers vachinappudu, Indian system is that a farmer needs to see people first. వాడు మనిషిని చూసిన తర్వాత, వాడికి భరోసా వచ్చిన తర్వాత మీకు ఫోన్ తీసి మాట్లాడతాడు కానీ the farmer will not pick up on the phone and then talk to you. So please, if you're looking at agriculture, farmers, don't think of apps. See to that you put people at the, probably you say you call, a person will come. No. So basically when you look at it, the point we need to understand is the ideas are good, and secondly also see what is the livelihoods you can generate. Don't look at technology. Gramin, one of the things that we have been very consciously trying is to prepare people, mentor them, and then add a technology. Technology is an enabling tool. Technology is not a problem solver. So fundamental అంటే శ్రీనివాస్ యాప్ అంటుంటే నిజంగా it's really frustrating to say that half the people are saying I do app. So when you look at plastics and you're looking at plastics, is there any which ways? It's a $1 billion industry, right? The plastic recycling. One of my friends called Banyan Tree in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, is the one who's supplying bottles to fresh cement. While plastic bottles only are by recycled waste. So it's a multi-billion-dollar industry if you can capture it. So one of the ideas that I have noticed after a year of running Startup Saturdays is we are stuck with Vizag. we are not going beyond Vishakhapatnam to see what is happening. We're not looking at, is there anything that with all the technology that you have, all the market you have, all the finance you have in the city, there's so much effect you can create in the peri-urban areas and the rural areas not far away from here. The tribal areas ke పరిగెత్తలేదు 120, 140 areas. లంబసింగ్లో షెడ్లు పెట్టా అంటే అక్కడేమో చలికాలంలో షెడ్లు వేసి మేము స్ట్రాబెరీ ఫార్మ్స్ పెడతాం. ఎంతమంది వచ్చేస్తారు, ఎవరు రాడు. What are you going to do for the rest of the 9 months? So when you think about it, when you're looking at sustainability, look at India, we need people to be employed. Fundamentally, I choose for that. That with that background and with all my experience and bias, I'm just kind of coming on to this, commenting on this.
Thank you. Okay, now that Ravi is not available, so I'll leave the floor open to you. Had a chance to listen to other groups. This could have been a much bigger discussion with everybody involved, but then it would become chaotic, and so I decided to do this in groups. Now that you've heard ideas from other groups, which idea did you like the most, or for what reason did you like a particular idea? If you want to pick on one and share that, that would be nice. Which is not your own. Anyone? So none of you liked any of the other ideas.
Let call all of them there and give one more chance, and people will select.
Okay. So, come here, and you, right? Both of you. So, non-alcoholic beverage, right? And plastic to diesel. Then agriculture.
Come food.
Come forward.
And then one more, right?
Nutritious food you could have.
Nutritious food in the morning breakfast, right?
Plastic recycling.
Plastic recycling and helping with your home cleaning.
Home cleaning.
And then the easy way of traveling from one place to another, trains giving an opportunity, and I forgot your right. Tourism places, yes. Which tourist place to?
What to do at the tourist place?
Yeah, what to do at the tourist place and so on. So, what do you want to do? Which one do you? Any comments?
I would suggest ask them to find out which idea you like.
Yeah, first we'll go with.
No, within themselves. Let's have themselves only. That's how we need to have a mindset of people. Instead of their idea, they need to like someone else's idea. So ask them only whose idea you like. Then we'll come.
Yeah, we don't have that much time. So
15 minutes is there.
we have an open mic session also after this. We're still giving a chance for open mic.
Good.
Anyone?
So actually, although mentioned about apps, but still I like the idea of helping hands from her, and the idea of the train ticket booking, which literally I was also facing, and I was thinking, although it appears to be easy, but it's very helpful, and sometimes it really makes impact.
Absolutely. We have a problem right now, or rather, the AHAB team has a problem right now. They need a gardener, and there is no gardener. And there are lots of plants. There are 50 plants that we got more than 6 weeks ago that have not been planted because World Environment Day was in June, and we got the plants in July, and so nobody wants to plant them, including me, by the way. So if you can find a gardener and send us a gardener, we will take care of that. So as Propon has proposed, now that you have an idea, which one do you want to quickly pick out instead of yours? What are these?
I think the agriculture one which you mentioned.
One. The one with the service thing. Oh. Plastic to diesel. Agriculture. Plastic recycling. Helping hands. agriculture. So agriculture and plastic are the ones, recycling are the ones that are the top two ideas.
So now we will ask others.
Yeah. So the rest of you who are not agriculture and plastic recycling, have a seat. We'll have the two people here who are plastic recycling and agriculture.
Good one.
Okay, with a quick show of hands. Which one? So agriculture. Okay. Plastic recycling. Okay, agriculture wins. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you everyone. We will get feedback from you at once the meeting is over, whether this was useful or this was something that was not useful. I told you before the meeting, before we got started with this brainstorming session, there was another reason why we were doing this activity. The other reason for doing this activity is everybody is coming, sitting in their own AU SIB group and AU Engineering College group, and then within engineering electrical group, and then computer science group and IT group and all of that. And Diet College people sit in the Diet College corner, and people coming from, I don't know, some other college, some other place, they sit in their corner. We decided that it's not a good thing. We need to get people to kind of start talking, because after you finish talking, once the break starts, you will have new people that you're going to be able to talk to today, and hopefully this is going to be something where you make new connections and it's useful to you. Okay? I hope that's going to work out. Let's see what happens during the break. Over to the meeting leader.
I thank all of you for participating actively. I hope the session helped you generate some new ideas as well as meet new people. Before closing, we will have an open mic session to encourage innovative ideas from the audience. Anyone with ideas is welcome to share them. I would like to remind everyone in the audience to be respectful of those expressing their ideas. Let us help them feel more confident with feedback that is encouraging. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
ఎవరిదో ఆపడానికి ఆయన